And I'm live, I think. Wait one moment. Ooh, let's try to get this focused. Let's get you focused. Make sure everything is in focus. In focus. There. Perfect. Yeah, so last week, maybe I want to, can I do that without, I should probably push this up just a little. Okay, even further, is that, I'm gonna need to focus this again. Sorry. Okay. Is that better? And here. Make sure that is again focused. And start. And I think I'm live properly. Let me double check. I am. Hi. Hi, Paolo. Okay. So last week I did some... life drawing using a line of action tool. And I realized that they also have an animal drawing tool that I wanted to try. So today I'm going to be doing some animal drawing. I am once again using sketch ink in Vroni, which is this hot pink color, a magenta waterproof pigment fountain ink, which I've been having a lot of fun with for sketching specifically. I don't know that it's has a huge application for my studio painting, but I find it's a really useful sketching tool. So that's what I'm gonna do. What I found with using this last time is that because the ink is so bright, it really shifts my perspective on colors and my perception of colors when I'm then filling in my painting. So if I'm doing ink and line, or line and wash, if I'm working first in ink and then in watercolor, everything else looks much more muted by comparison with this crazy ink. So then I don't over focus on matching tonal value, matching tonal matching versus value matching. So I get better at getting my values right, so I can get my darks dark enough, my lights light enough, less focus on getting my colors, just the right shade, which really helps with making my work look three-dimensional and convincing, and it gives this sort of sculptural look. A little bit of pink still shines through. It's really fun. It's really, yeah. I think this is great in particular for figure drawing because skin tones are sort of this thing that throws us and people are this thing that throws us. But I also think that the new tool on line of action for sketching animals also looks really cool. So that's what I'm going to do today. Yeah, I'm going to do a quick bit more setup and maybe post this link a couple of places so that we have some more people watching. But yeah, super excited about this. So I'm gonna copy this link and send it over to, say, Discord. Yeah. Where did I go? Content promotion. And let's see, let's try this Discord too. This one. There we go. Let's see, back to my chat here. Sorry, a moment. Chat. And we're gonna make sure that I'm totally muted. And where's my chat? Oh. There's live chat. That's what I wanted. Hey people. Hello. Why is my chat not? Aha. Hello everyone. Looks like I've got a few people who have joined. That's great. So yeah. What should I do for my settings? So I can do, should I do all animals? And start, I'm going to try all animals and class mode for 2 hours actually. So that is what I'm going to get started with. And then I may adjust this partway through. Oh, sorry, I am definitely going to need to do some adjustments because that is great. I'm going to need to pause that though. Quick bit of setup. So I'm going to quickly, sorry, I do need to have my mouse here. So my setup is I've got my sketchbook here. I've got my computer across the room showing me reference images. I just shoved everything out of the way so I can see everything. I've got my phone here for chatting with people. So that takes care of all my various devices. Yeah. And across the room, I've got some birds. And this is going to be, wow. Haven't done, animal sketching on a time limit. It's different, right? Because like no matter what you're sketching, you kind of have to, sorry. I need to get my pen quickly running again. Okay. So, yeah. Last week this seemed to be really wet today this does not seem to be really wet. I'm wondering what the difference is. So I have this in a class mode, so it's gonna be really quick sketches at first, but I have paused it because generally my very first images, I just like, I need to oh yeah, I'm running out of ink. So that, am I? Right, let me just double check what's going on here. It seemed like I was running out of ink, but it might just be that I was carrying this outside yesterday. So I did do a bit of like actual outdoor sketching. It was uncapped for a little bit. And okay, I am going to try to refill this, just in case there's just, it doesn't look like it's running empty, but sometimes like there's a bubble or something in here. Just readjusting. Make sure I've got enough ink to keep going. So how is everyone today? Yeah, that's exactly. Like I just ran it through the ink, and hopefully that'll. There we go. Much better. Yeah. Much better. Okay. Yeah, because I was getting it was just feeling a little bit dry. Still feeling a little bit dry. That's a little alarming. Just a little bit alarming. What is going on? Oh, there we go. Getting better. Okay, so we just needed to oh, all right. This is coming out more pinkish too. I think there may have been some trace yellow in the last batch of ink, so coming out more pinkish, which is really cool. Yeah, all right, cool. So that's that, and we can go unfreeze this. Okay, looks like I've got a few people, but so far just Paul in the chat. Yep, let's go back to chat. And back again. Let's go. Trying to control my computer from across the room. Hello? Sorry. Okay, there we go. And that should switch images on me any moment now. Any moment now. I'm gonna see a switched image. Oh, there we go. Okay, now I've got a goldfish. So I'm going to Man, this is still this, okay, I'm gonna go back because I'm just still struggling a little bit with ink that's not flowing the way I want it to. Okay, so now you can see how this actually works. This is just like, it sets up a slideshow for me with timing. And because I'm doing this as what's called class mode, it starts out with really short poses and then goes to longer ones, which is great, but this ink is, I want it to flow a bit better. I'm having some flow issues. Come on. Come on. Okay, do we have our flow again? Looks like we have flow again. Good, all right. So I'm just gonna give this a little thing and a little eyeball over here. Oh yeah. Yeah, just a little eyeball. And I'm gonna go to my next image. One moment, sorry. And here we go. By I go to my next image, I do mean unfreeze, so this will take as long as it takes. Oh, apparently I get the full time. Oh, okay, now I get a little ferret. This is such a weird, like when you do life drawing, you get all people, and you learn something about painting people, like the basic steps for getting human anatomy, right? But the way I've set this one up, I've decided to do all animals, including, I'm gonna get insects, I'm gonna get birds, I'm gonna get, yeah. So that was a ferret, and now I get a little puppy, squishy faced puppy. And it has little paws and a round little belly over here and a little leg, little other leg. Oh, he's so cute. Look at this little squishy faced puppy with his little ear here. And his little face, and his little eyes, and more squishy face. And then he's, oh, and now I get a horse. Jumping horse. Oy, okay, I don't think I'm gonna get very far with this one because I'm just even trying to figure out. Some people have, like, horses are one of those topics that some people just really get into, and like, yeah, and all about horses. They're just really weird. They're really weird, man. Horses are really weird. I guess I could say that about so many subjects. But... And now I've got a bird. Little bird. Little bird. Hey, little bird. Hey, my little bird guy. Little bird guy. Little bird guy. Loud little bird guy. Okay, and that one's given me a little bit more time, but let me, yeah, I'm the chatty one. That's cool. Good to have a chatty one in every chat. Well, all right, now I've got a lobster. That should be interesting. Ah, wow, okay, how do I draw a lobster? It's got like this big main body shell thing that's just sort of this blob shape. And then it's got, oh, where do the attachment points come? Back here. Then this is going to come like way into the foreground. Whoa, okay. So then we're going to have this coming in and interrupting my little ferret guy there. Yep, overlapping that. And then we're going to go here, bit of some serious foreshortening. And then over on the other side, we're going to have that over this way. There, yeah, okay. Well, and now we have another goldfish. Okay, this one is a very different goldfish. It would be cool if I had, like, maybe I'll try to figure out in the future how to do this so that you all have a view of what I'm getting, because I'm just using, like, this is a public tool, but of course it's randomized what I get, right? So if you do the same thing, you'll get a different set of images probably. So it'd be kind of cool to be able to share what I'm drawing from, because it's just like I say, here I'm drawing an elephant. But there's very little like, what are you doing in your sketchbook and why? I think I might freeze this one as well, just because I'm going to want to check my chat. And then this might be a good spot to try to start wetting down my palette and start working on some painting. So later on in this series, I'll have longer poses. And I can really get some painting in, but it's always nice, even early on, to start thinking about that. So yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go pause that right there. Oh, no, that's not a pause. Wait one moment. Hi, Mom. Hi, Lauren. Like dip fountain. Right. So, fountain pens, by definition, they're not dip. Right? A dip pen, like, where'd my dip pen go? This is a dip pen. Doesn't have a feed inside it. It's just a nib. Right? I actually use this one for masking fluid, so it is kind of beaten up, but then you take that, you dip it into the thing, and the only thing holding the ink is the actual nib. Definitely need a new nib on that. That one's pretty ruined. So this is just a dip pen, and this is a fountain pen. The fountain, in this case, is the mechanism inside that feeds extra ink from inside the pen into this nib. Right, okay, so I'm gonna go grab some water and start working on painting. Anyway, to anyone who's joined in the last little bit, this is a continuation of last week's stream. So last week I was experimenting with hot pink ink and life drawing. Really, really enjoyed doing that. So I started out with this painting of a shell that I did from an actual physical shell on my desk, and then turned on a life drawing tool stream that just it flashes pictures for a set time, and then discovered that I find that the hot pink ink is a great way to work on tonal values afterwards. It really overpowers the color, the value balance, so you end up focusing a little bit less naturally on trying to match value and a little bit more on trying to match, sorry, wrong way around, little bit less on trying to match tonal variation. No, yes, little bit less on that. Ha ha ha. Tones, and a little bit more on value, and language is hard. So I am now going to No, so that would be a dip pen. Like a feather pen is a dip pen, but it wouldn't have a fountain, right? The fountain is what was added, the mechanism that makes it, that provides the ink. That's the fountain. So adding that fountain was like the big change in pen technology before we figured out like more viscous ink and roller balls. And a lot of people like working with fountain pens rather than roller balls because the more liquid ink allows you to not press as hard and gives you a very different feel for how your pen works. Also, it allows you to refill your pen more readily. And you can get a pen then that matches the kind of attributes you want and fill it with the ink you want, so it gives you more choices rather than something that comes prepackaged. Which is all very nice, and we like all that stuff. Right, okay. So I am going to work some magic here. And we're gonna paint an elephant, guys. Elephant, elephant. And then we're gonna do this, and we're gonna, oop, I should get myself my paper towel, or just a towel, probably more just like a towel would be great. I'm gonna do that in a moment. Yeah, so I have a better place to wipe off. There we go. Where do I keep my towels in this disaster of a studio? What have I done to all my stuff? Okay. Here I have some paper on my lap for this. Okay, great. I'm gonna do that. Then we're gonna, oh, all right. Okay, then we're gonna get some more darker tones in here. Ooh, do that. More darker tones down in here. So how's everyone's week? It is Canada Day here in Canada. Lauren, you're still working today, right? Are we blessed with your presence from work? Were they well priced? Sorry, what was well priced and when? If you're talking about historically, have pens been cheap? I would say probably not, in the sense that nothing has been as, like, historically, most products have been, anything that requires any kind of labor to produce has been more expensive than it is now. We have absurd amounts of basically like near free stuff in a way that in no time in the past have we had as much availability of cheap disposable stuff as now. Fountain pens in particular, I mean, people would have a pen, not, you know, a collection of a pen or two, not a collection of, you know, here are my 10,000 pens that I got in a bulk lot on Amazon in the past. So fountain pens, you know, they were what everyone used for school and stuff before roller balls became the standard, or sorry, ballpoints. But that being said, at this point, fountain pens are a bit of a niche item, so a lot of them do tend to be very strangely expensive. Because they're this sort of collector's item. Now, the ones that I have are not. The mechanism inside the refillable, so you can get cartridges that you just put in that are full of ink, and that's usually what comes with them, especially these cheaper models. The ones that I have here, they're Platinum Preppies. These are like the cheapest fountain pen models that you can get from this brand, because the truth is I'm not in this for the collector's value at all. So I have fairly basic taste in pens. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, so these are fairly cheap. Like the pen itself is $3 or $4, and then I've got the converter in it, which usually runs about 10 to 12, and that is certainly more expensive than like a fountain pen that you get a pack of 20 for $10, or not a fountain pen, sorry, like a regular ballpoint pen that you might get a pack of 10 for, or a pack of 20 for $10, but it's not, certainly not expensive. In terms of like collector's pens of any kind can definitely get up there in price, and that's not something that I'm really super interested in exploring myself. I did get at one point one, you know, fancier pen on the notion that I was enjoying using some of these cheaper ones, and was told that, you know, you get a gold nib and it's whatever, it's so much better. It did not shake my life. I have a friend who appreciates it much more. You got to change your profile now, so all three eye diseases, the lenses were never cheap. Oh, sorry, was that a question about the glasses? Okay, I missed that. Gotcha. Well, congratulations on the new glasses. I tend to use old empty cartridges. Yes, but then you have to deal with like keeping track of syringes and stuff, and I'm too much of a spaz for that, so yeah. So converters it is, and yeah, they are more expensive than the pens. The only expensive, yeah, because that's, you know, that's what you get when you finish a PhD. Well, so I've heard, but alas, I do not have a PhD, and so I do not have gift pens. I'll put that on my to-do list if I want to get gift pens, that I need to, you know, get on that PhD business. Okay, yeah, this is a nice little elephant here. Having fun with this. All right, I'll go, and there, that can go there. That was fun. All right, one elephant. As a gift, I assume, not having a PhD. I assume that a PhD is still like not, you know, every person gets their PhD. You can be proud of yourself. You did achieve something big there. Not everyone has a PhD. To give nice fountain pens when they finish their courses. Yes, absolutely. And I was kind of joking there because, like, I know a lot of my friends got a, you know, fancy pen for graduating university or even high school. Like, it's not not just for PhDs. I am aware of that. It was not a thing that happened to come my way for any of the things that I did graduate from. I admittedly do not have a PhD, so maybe it's just because of that. Okay, all right, there's one elephant, and we shall move on to, what is happening here? Sorry, I have minimized my window accidentally. We need an Oprah for PhDs. Right? Right? That's what I need. Well, as it turns out, I was a few courses short of a master's too, so, you know, I think there's usually that order. Oh, I've got like this leaf bug thing. Okay, I'm gonna, oh man, this is crazy. This is crazy. Sorry, I'm gonna need to pause this to like take a closer look at what I'm even looking at. I wonder if I can, here, I'm gonna print screen here. And then put it in my Discord so y'all can see what I am looking at. It's in the... No. Sorry, I just need to... Recent... This one? Yeah, that. So... Here, that's my, that's what I'm looking at right now. And it's a little crazy. Where did oh boy. Where's my, now the other question is where's my, that. That's, I kind of be pedantic for talking about the PhD. Oh, not at all. Not at all. Don't you worry about that. So anyway, so I have this leaf bug on my screen right now, and it is crazy. I'm like, what am I even looking at? It looks like a bunch of curled leaves. I've left the image, like I screenshotted this and left the image in my in Discord under reference photos because whoa. Okay. All right, let's try to do this. It's like this thing in here. Whoa, no, maybe more over here. It is very strange and otherworldly. And just looks like a bunch of curled up leaves. Whoa. Yeah, I did have fun with that elephant. That was one cool elephant. Okay, so then there's like some, no. Oh, this is so weird. Yeah, this guy. Oh no. Okay, well, it has already gone to the next thing, and maybe that's for the best. I do have that screenshot to go back to. I'm gonna go paint a bird now, and by paint I mean just probably just sketch, because this is a little absurd. Ooh, okay. Well, there's like some... Yeah, I need to figure out, there's got to be a way to screen share on here so I can show you what's on my screen as well as what I'm working on. So next time I do one of these line of action things, which is a great exercise and I want to do more of, you can see what I'm doing as well as oh, yeah, I like the elephant. Yeah, with OBS you can do that. Yeah, I should be able to. I didn't set it up. So that's not a today thing, because I don't feel like setting it up right this instant. But next time I do this, definitely going to set up OBS to do that. Because yes, I am streaming through OBS. Yeah, so then okay, so now I am getting these longer poses. If we want to call them poses. A little bit of this guy in here. Let's get some more. How much more of this can I get in there? Just add a source for the browser window or the program you are using. Yeah, so in my in the video description, there's a link to the browser I'm using. I'm using Line of Action, which is a website tool. But the problem is if you load up that web tool, like there's a link right there, you can load up the web tool, but you're gonna get a different set of images because it's randomized. So I can share, I should be able to share through OBS, share my screen, what I'm actually working from. But, okay, now I've got a horse on the screen. No, more like here. Okay. And then, oh, horses are weird. Anyway, yeah. So you can definitely use the same program. You'll get a different set of images. Would love to see what all of you are doing with it. It's a really great, really great tool to play with. They have a whole bunch of different things. So like you can do hand drawing, or last week I did life drawing. Also with our Line of Action tool. Today I'm doing animals. If you queue it up, you're going to get a different set of animals. because it's always randomized, so you can use it over and over again. Really fun, but it would be nice to show what I'm doing in the moment, so that you don't just get just the image of as it appears, but you also get a an idea of why I'm doing what I'm doing, what sort of challenges my screen is throwing at me today. In other news, there's still some good amount of paint in this palette, but the one that I've got here, some of my colors here are beginning to run really low, which is great. I'm looking forward to replacing them. I did fill 2 of these palettes, and the one that's at my other studio is still quite a bit fuller. Because I had been working here most frequently, so I may end up swapping them over, or even transferring some of the paint from that palette into this one and then swapping them over, so that I can refill that palette with the colors I'm using as I work on I'm doing a major project myself. Okay, so there's a shadow of the guy who took a picture on this horse. So it's it's really playing with the I don't know that this really is showing, I'm looking at a horse. I don't know that what I've painted here is really screaming horse at me. It's interesting. Aha, and I wasn't expecting that this would be as long a pose as it is. Like, I thought that this was going to switch on me pretty soon. let's do this. It's a horse in a really weird position, I think, is part of it. So, like, it's jumping up, like, rearing up, front paws off the ground. Yeah. Oh, you've got a cute little yellow bird. Aw. Aw. Okay, let's do the cute little yellow bird. Let's do the cute little yellow bird here. He's got a little face. And then he's got a little... an Oriole, maybe? I think that might be a Baltimore Oriole. Yeah, I think that might be a Baltimore Oriole. Much like the... I'm gonna move you to the kitchen so I can watch you paint while I eat and clean. The third leg is gonna be back there, and we're gonna do... Okay. All right, so first, yellow. Let's give you some yellow. Oh, sorry. I'm off screen, aren't I? Let's get some yellow on here. A little bit more greenish yellow. Let's do all of this. It's quite a little yellow bird. Yellow bird. I'm gonna do these. And we'll mix up some gray for his little gray parts. That's dark. Let's do this all just a little bit less. Add some blue some blue. That's blue. Do. Whether the cute bird was alive or dead. It is alive in this case. I mean, in the photo, I am painting from a photo of a live bird. I think it's a Baltimore Oriole, which is one of the birds that have been in freezers in this family due to my penchant for painting cute birds, alive or dead. So although the model I am working from right now is both a photo, but a photo of a live bird, this seems familiar to me because I'm pretty sure that I have painted this species of bird from a Frozen model before. I take it Dad wants to get rid of the woodpecker in your freezer. Like, you can go ahead and get rid of the woodpecker in your freezer. You don't need to keep a woodpecker in your freezer just because I might pull it out again at some point in the future. I'm obviously not there right now. I accept that not everyone wants my dead birds in their freezers. Yeah, I mean, he's got a fair bit of yellow on him, but like there's a lot of gray as well. It's just, yeah, let's get some more of that yellow in here, down in here. Yeah, fair bit of yellow on him. goes down a little bit further, and I give him a little bit more of a yellow belly. Yeah, you have a yellow-bellied sapsucker in your freezer, right? Is that? Just trying to remember. What do I have? In fact, I believe it was this sketchbook. Yes, a yellow-bellied sapsucker. So this is still in your freezer, Mom? Traces you leave behind in freezers of other people. The dead things I leave in people's freezers. Okay, well then, I'm gonna go screenshot this, because this is worth a screenshot as well. Here's what the internet wants me to draw. Let me just screenshot that. And then pop it, and go put that in there. That's the one. Yep, enter. Oh, sorry, did I not? I'm sorry, the last one I didn't actually send. Huh, well, now I've sent it. And now we're going to go back to line of action. Where did line of action go? That's the one. Yeah, well, that is some challenge I've got there. Birds are weird. I've said this about every animal, but birds are weird. You're welcome, all the people who know me in person, for the dead animals I leave in your freezer. I'm just a delightful host guest. Please invite me over so that I can leave and so that you too can have dead animals in your freezer. Oh, sorry. Let me just get you. So, I have I've screenshotted this insane thing I'm sketching now over on Discord. For those who want to see what all I am. Okay, sorry. So that goes there, and then that has a woo over here, and then this has another portion over there, and then it's got some crazy puff. Yeah, that's its face. All right, and then we have another puffy bit over here, and more crazy stuff down here. Right over my leaf bug that I've also got a screenshot of so I can do it proper justice. later because that's something that I'm just going to have to stare at for a while to understand what's even going on in that picture. Okay, so then there's this, and that extends further back, and we've got quite a crazy... That green beetle-like thingabee seaweed sort of animal on Discord. What is that? Right, so that's what I am sketching over right now. That is a leaf bug of some kind. So line of action has just given me some strange series of animals. Right now I've got some kind of, I don't know, heron or something that's shaking itself out, and it's got some Dr. Seuss sort of plumage on it. And at one point it had given me, a leaf bug. Like I think, yeah. It looks like a whole bunch of, like, yeah, seaweed. It is weird, isn't it? I'm gonna have to, yeah. Leaf bug. Yes, that thing. Yeah. So it disguises itself. It's like a camouflage thing where it looks like leaves when it's in a tree, which is great. In that picture, though, it just, yeah, it looks like leaves, but also not leaves, but also there's some foreshortening, but ooh, I'm going to have to spend some time with that if I want to do it justice. For now, I'm going to do this other weird thing picture that's been thrown at me of, whatever this bird is, heron or something. There's not, like, this website is not giving me, very detailed information about what these pictures are. It just throws some pictures at me. Like, here's a picture. Would you like a picture of a bird? I mean, it doesn't even say that. It just throws pictures at me. So, now we are painting some kind of heron thing. I've also left this picture on Discord. I'm screenshotting the weird ones. In the future, I'm going to figure out how to do a bit better than screenshotting and actually send y'all, have a split screen on this so that you can see what I am painting from in real time. But that's it now, is the second screenshot on Discord is this crazy creature that I'm doing now. And then there's some, I've actually got some time, so I'm not trying to avoid painting these legs. They're in serious shadow in this picture, so I'm just gonna start painting that, I guess. I've got so much time. Long poses here. Alright, start composing the sketchbook spread. Not a thing I usually do. I will label this. Since this is still not changing. Okay, I just kind of expected this to have gone already. Alright, let's get some more pink in there. Yeah. I imagine I'm still going to get a few more after this one. Okay, well, the other thing is, like, you know, I've been trying to time myself, but also, like, there are points where I can't really add more because my ink is wet. I think this is actually dried now, so I can get some of the bits that I hadn't. There we go. A little bit more down here where it's going to be nice and dark. Yeah. Oh, I think my chat might be frozen. One moment. It says there's 7 people watching. Hello, new people. I seem to have a natural pause in my what I'm doing because I have a very long pose that I wasn't expecting. But although, one moment. looking at this, I think this extends just a little bit further down, so I'm just going to extend that down there. I am, oh, it says I'm, oh, well that would explain why. Sorry, I thought I was unpaused. Short break. Oh, get up and stretch, have a drink of water, get yourself a snack, blah, 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 blah. I see, so it is giving me a break now. I will stop, cancel. I'm gonna stop this, and then I'm gonna go back to it. Oh, because it said take a break. So I will take a break in a moment. That is a really cool bird. Anyway, line of action is telling me to take a break, so I will take a break. Explain what I'm doing. So, I've got this lovely pen. That's a platinum preppy size 2 or 02, or this is the extra fine. So this is a Japanese extra fine fountain pen, but like a really nice budget version. And I like it a lot. I've been playing with different colors of ink. Initially, I'm working on a project that's all watercolor and ink, illustrations of tree bark, and initially I thought I might experiment with different colors of line for that. So I got a whole bunch of different fountain pen inks. In the end, I decided to keep that fairly simple, so it's all going to be in a very dark blue ink. But I've really been enjoying playing with this hot pink ink for sketching. Last week, during my live stream, I started out with this shell, and then I did some life drawing from Line of Action. So Line of Action is this it's a website. There's a link down below to what I'm using today. They have a bunch of tools that are, they'll send you a random slideshow timed with different images. Yeah, so I did that. I really, really liked it for life drawing, but then I had never tried Line of Action's animal drawing tool, so I decided to try that today, and that was really, really fun. So I decided to give that a shot again. Today I decided to do, animal sketching, again with pink ink, which has been super duper cool. I'm apparently, just over halfway through it. You drawing and painting always looks so effortless. It is really fascinating to watch. It does not feel effortless, but thank you. I guess that's a mastery thing. It's definitely not effortless, although probably some aspects of what I focus on and what some aspects do come more naturally to me, because I've got lots and lots of practice. Do you want to, as I am right-handed? Yes, I have terrible, terrible fears that something might happen to my right hand, or worse yet, my eyes. There's some retinal issues in my family that have caused partial or legal blindness for many of my relatives, that are apparently not genetic, but have happened a little bit too much for me to consider them a coincidence. Am I going to come with a drone for tree bark, Lee? If you want to schedule a visit to do a drone visit for tree bark, talk to me about that. I don't have a guest room right now, so maybe I'll send you to stay with Birdie. Day trip. Okay, well, day trip, I'm much more flexible. It has to be a day when I'm not when I don't have, when Ember doesn't have a thing at the studio. So yeah, because you know that's an expense. So I need to make use of it when I'm, yeah. But any other time, sounds great. Okay, next, this turtle. So I've got a turtle skeleton, so mixed in with my live animals, there does seem to be a few dead ones here. And yeah. Okay, this turtle. I am going to tuck this turtle in here. Actually, no, never mind. What am I going to do with this turtle? What am I going to do with this turtle? I kind of like this whole, like, yeah, I want to tuck this turtle in here. That's what I want to do. I'm not sure that I want to paint it though. Like, I might just want to have it in ink. So we'll see. I may end up fast forwarding through the end of this pose. Ember, we want to see dog. Ember is so tired. I took her for a big hike yesterday, and it was really warm and really sunny, and we both got sunned out. And then this morning, I went with a neighbor to a dog park. And Ember ran around some more, so Ember's been pretty floppy all day. Every so often I hear her shift around and huff and whatever, but she's super tired. So this is the like bottom view of a turtle, the turtle shell that I'm painting right now. You'll see just painted or just drew in the skull section. Most of it is shell. It has a little teeny tiny little head and little teeny tiny little derp of a tail down there. Then the shell comes out to about here. So we're gonna do that. So I have a question for everyone here. For those of you who keep sketchbooks, I know not everybody does handle sketchbooks the same way. I've never been particularly on top of like composing sketchbook spreads. Sometimes I find it fun. Today I'm really kind of enjoying this look on these last two sets of like this layered thing, and I wanted to ask people, like, how many of you, when you sketch, do you have a plan for the whole page? Like, do you try to compose a sketchbook spread, or do you just sketch and what happens on the sketchbook? Like, how does it, in terms of like putting together a page? I've found I'm not much for composing sketchbook spreads, much more for individual sketches, and then if a sketchbook spread happens, it's just by more coincidence than anything. But I always look at some people's sketchbooks where they really like clearly put some thought into making each page a thing, and while I don't really want to put that pressure on myself, it always looks really cool. So Just curious how other people approach that. I always plan beforehand, but usually I only make one piece per page. Ah, cool, cool. Yeah, so part of the reason why I'm just tossing everything in here right now is that because I'm adding watercolor, it'll get wet and I don't want to flip over to the next page and then have wet watercolor smearing and etc. So there's some like extra bones in front. This is not, so for clarity, this is sort of centered, but it's on an angle and foreshortened, like it's a display in a museum that somebody took a picture of. Mostly, but not completely straight. To sketch, I tend to not be composing spreads. Okay, I wanted to finish some more of the blackberry and graphite, but I couldn't take my eyes off of the stream. Oh, thank you. I mean, I'm sorry that I'm distracting you from what you wanted to do, but I guess it's gratifying that this is interesting, holding your attention. Yeah. I'm always curious about that. What this looks like from the outside. Okay, so then down here we've got some scapula coming in over here. And then not distracting, I wanted to draw along but no dice. This is an old drawing I never finished, and what I've done is kind of intimidating me because I don't see myself doing it. The brain is so strange. Yes, I've definitely been there with stuff that I've picked up. Sometimes, if I leave a thing for too long and I come back to it, it's difficult sometimes to get back to. Here's a shoulder blade. This. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll point it that way. Okay, and then the middle one. And then we're going to have a wing like that. Wing. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, weird. Okay, that's interesting. Because this is just in shadow over here. Yeah, okay, so this is just in shadow. Right, then, yeah, alright, so maybe if I just do a very light wash on some of this, just to get some basic idea of what's going on in this. Yes, I am definitely guilty of bad storage habits, and sketchbooks for me are largely for that purpose. In the past, I was always very bad about being precious about my sketchbooks, and, you know, starting something, and then inevitably I'll do something in my sketchbook that I'm not happy with, because that's just the way the world works. So you're going to do things you're not happy with, and then I'd abandon it and scribble in it and start another sketchbook fresh, so I'd never finish sketchbooks. And so I've had to make an effort to remind myself that this is just a paper storage method, and you know, why it's important to me to keep things in sketchbooks. And I've gotten a lot better about that. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next photo because I think I'm quite done with this turtle skeleton. Gotten all that. Ooh, it's so cool. Looks like Ember. throw this over here. It's Ember catching a frisbee. And then here we have I'm losing my focus a bit. I can tell. That's too bad. Bad photo to lose my focus on. You know what? I am going to flip this page over and take this to, oh, that's quite the thing. I'm going to take this blob off. Blob of paint off. Blob of paint off. And I'm going to, yeah, I'm going to flip this over and start here. Because I think I'm, yep, definitely losing my focus a bit. Okay. All right, let's try that again. We're gonna Downside of sketchbooks is that when you are out and about, people will want to see every single page that you've done. So now I made my own sketchbooks with only a few pages. Yes, yes. So I've had to give myself permission to say no. Was the first step, was just like, you know what, maybe not every page of this is for sharing, and have permission to say no, or have permission to have a sketchbook that I don't bring out, or, you know, whatever my solution to that is. Now, the truth is, I'm also, I also did a bunch of daily art projects and just had to learn to be okay with, like, yeah, you know what, people are going to see work that I'm not super proud of, and that's just part of my own process now. So I'm not as bothered by it, but you know, just because people want to see your sketchbook you're not required to share that, right? If you're not comfortable with sharing some or any of the pages in your sketchbook, then don't. Or cover them up. That was the other thing that I had to give myself permission to do, was like, you know what, if something in my sketchbook is bothering me, like every time I see it, I don't want to see it, then I'm just going to tape another page over it that's already got something on it, or, you know, whatever I need to do to be okay with this paper storage method, just do it, because it's a paper storage method. And there's a lot of, you know, best practice rules for how to use a sketchbook, but, you know, if that's not helping you, actually use your sketchbook, then it's not serving you, right? So, a friend of mine is a very good artist. When people see his sketchbook pages when we're working, they take pictures with their mobile phones. Wow, like without permission? Jesus. Yeah, oh, like, or of him sketching while he's... I've gotten that one. I've gotten a few times people like just taking pictures of me sketching without asking, which is like, you know, if you want to take a picture, fine, but ask? It just seems like kind of rude to just like, there's no implied consent, you know, that I'm just here, therefore I'm available for you to take pictures of me. Like, that's weird. No. Yeah, I mean, I've gotten over, like, my personal shyness, if you will, about people seeing my work. But yes, a couple of times I've seen people just, like, take pictures of me while I'm sketching, and definitely I would be pretty annoyed if somebody asked to see my sketchbook and I let them see my sketchbook. So sometimes I'll just say no, because, like, no, I'm currently working in this sketchbook. You can't just have it. But generally I do let people, you know, if the sketchbook is not otherwise in use, look through it, because I've just gotten over my inhibitions about work I'm not proud of. Like, there's, yes, all Sketchbooks are going to be full of work I'm not proud of. That's the nature of sketchbooks. It's fine. Not saying that, you know, that it's up to you. You do whatever you need to do to, yeah, it's a paper storage method. It's a way to have, you know, make it easier for you to sketch more frequently, encourage you to sketch more frequently. Like, sketchbooks are great, but if they're not serving you because you don't want to share with people, because you're scared of what they'll think, or you're not proud of the work, then it's not serving you, and, you know, you need to find another solution that serves you better. And it's like, nobody has a right to your work. I totally understand being curious. I'm super curious about other people's sketchbooks, but I'm not, you know, I don't have a right to anybody else's sketchbook. I try to be respectful of the fact that other people will have the same inhibitions that I've had. So for me personally, a lot of it has come down to getting over those inhibitions, and if people want to see my work, fine. But yes, I would be very annoyed if people just borrowed my sketchbook and then started taking pictures without permission. That's really annoying, because those are my images and my practice, and I don't really want you posting that, or that is weird. But yes, it also bothers me when I'm out sketching in public and then, you know, I see people across the street or something pulling out their cell phone to take a picture of me just sketching without so much as speaking to me first. Like, excuse me, I'm some stranger on the street. What are you doing? And it's generally not annoying enough to me for me to raise a scene. Like, I'm not, yeah. I don't like it, but I also would like the conflict less. But yeah, seems disrespectful. I guess the exception would be, like, if I'm doing one of those art festivals where, you know, I'm invited as an artist to go demonstrate somewhere. Like, I guess maybe that's a different thing, but when it's just on the street, like, I'm just a person on the street, it's a little awkward. Bye, Paolo. So the dog in my reference photo is not my dog, but has a very similar body to my dog. So I've now switched to painting what I see on my screen to painting what I see on my screen as my dog. because, yeah, I've decided that's what I wish to do. And so the dog on the screen is a tan and white, probably a border collie. And I have a border collie mix, where the mix is a sled dog, and she's got the sled dog agouti coloring, so she's gray and black and white. So I'm going to do that. A little bit of tawny in here. There's work, drawn paint. But some people see artists as part of the recreation package. Yes, exactly. Exactly. So that's where it's likely to start bothering me a little. It's like, excuse you, did you speak to me? I'm not part of your recreation package. I have not signed up for any of your stuff. So then this comes up here. There's a little puff of a tail. Then we're gonna have some of this more turquoisey tone for these white puffs. Over there, and then again keep on iterating around here. Get this and this all around here, all around there. And then I think this will be my last image here. So for clarity, I'm painting from an image of a border collie catching up a frisbee. It is not a picture of my dog, but the coloring is similar, and certainly the shape of the dog is very, very similar. I have a border collie mix, where the mix is a fluffy sled dog. She looks like an extra fluffy wolf with silly eyeglasses around her eyes. I am painting, I copied the pose from this line of action image, and I am now painting my dog catching a frisbee. As best I can. All right. Well, I tried to sketch Ember yesterday, and that was difficult. But this worked out pretty well, even though I'm not using Ember's. I don't even know where Ember is. But this looks a lot like her. In fact, I will get a little bit more of her little tawny hind quarter here. And then there's the white puff, and yeah, then I'm just gonna get a little bit more of this, just to make it clear that yeah, that's hilarious. Okay, well, I think that's a nice little wrap up to today's session. There's I sketched my dog without sketching my dog. Yeah, that's hilarious. That's great. I kind of love it. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's it for me today. So this is, first let's get this out. So I did this page with a whole bunch of different animals. And then I did this. And I think I'm going to end this stream on a high. Thank you, everybody, for joining. That was so fun. I'm just going to restart this because sometimes my chat is not seems to be frozen. Yeah, okay, yeah. All right, so I do have my chat going now. Thanks, everybody. That was lots of fun. And yeah, I'm gonna move along to something else now. Bye-bye. Nice, cute little sketch. Frisbee, and it just showed up on my random like line of action drawing animals thing. And I was like, so I did the basic sketch, and then I was like, you know what? I want to paint it like it's my wolf. Oh shoot, did I not turn this off? Sorry, whoops.